Good evening and welcome to another episode of Everyone Deserves a Home, a program showcasing the transformative initiatives of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. I am Aisha Mohammed Ahmed, and it is always a pleasure to have you with us. On today's episode, we'll take a closer look at the National Housing Fund Scheme, a pool of funds mobilized through mandatory monthly contributions enacted by NHF Act No. 3 of 1992. It mandates the deduction of 2.5% of basic salary of Nigerian workers and those in the informal sector to make home ownership more affordable for low and middle income earners. Our Dream Come True and feedback segment will complete the program, which keeps you informed and inspired. Stay with us. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back. We'll kick off the program with highlights of major events from the diary of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. In our news lineup tonight, FMBN hosts Ghana's central bank, showcases Nigeria's leadership in housing finance. These and more after this break. Stay tuned. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has reaffirmed Nigeria's leadership in housing finance and development banking as it hosted a delegation from the Central Bank of Ghana on a study tour aimed at strengthening collaboration among African financial regulators. In his opening remarks while hosting the delegation in Abuja, the Managing Director of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Shehu Usman Osidi, commended the Central Bank of Ghana for the visit and reiterated the bank's commitment to expand access to affordable home ownership through its range of mortgage products nationwide.
In Nigeria, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria remains the country's foremost provider of affordable mortgage and construction finance. Our mandate is primarily to enable access to decent and affordable homeownership for Nigerians, especially within the low and middle income brackets.
Also speaking, the Director of Financial Policy and Regulation at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. John Onoja, who led the Ghanaian delegation, explained that the visit was designed to promote knowledge sharing and foster closer ties between financial institutions across the region.
Today's visit is remarkable in three ways. The first one is to showcase and to attest to Nigeria's leadership position in the financial service delivery in the African sub-region. Number two is also to show that even in the industry, a lot of developments have come up, specifically in the development finance sector.
Members of the delegation, including Mr. Manuk Kofi Gregor and Ms. Gilberta Lomofio Badu, expressed appreciation to the management of FMBN, noting that the team was eager to learn from Nigeria's experience and better understand how the bank's operations contribute to broader economic development. A major part of the study tour by the Ghanaian delegation was a site visit to ongoing housing development projects supported by the FMBN. The delegation visited the Renewed Hope Cities and Estates project in Karsana, Abuja, where the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is funding the construction of 576 housing units.
And then these are the one-bedroom block of flats.
And your dedication to repositioning the Nigerian police force for greater...
The Managing Director of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, Shehu Usman Osidi, has reiterated the importance of interagency collaboration and strong institutional partnerships for national development and affordable housing delivery. He was speaking when he led the management of the bank on a courtesy visit to the Nigerian Police headquarters in Abuja, where they met with the Inspector General of Police and members of his team. While commending the Inspector General of Police for his achievements and leadership, the MD highlighted the FMBN's mandate in administering the National Housing Fund and outlined the bank's products designed to meet the diverse needs of Nigerians.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is Nigeria's apex mortgage institution with the statutory mandate to manage and administer the National Housing Fund scheme. Our core responsibility is to mobilize long-term housing finance and make affordable home ownership accessible to Nigerian workers, including the dedicated men and women of the Nigerian Police Force. Through the National Housing Fund scheme, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria provides single-digit low-interest mortgage loans that cater to the diverse needs of Nigerian workers.
Osidi further described the Nigerian police force as a strategic partner under the NHF scheme, noting key milestones in NHF reforms and improved access to affordable housing for police personnel across the country.
The bank has advanced NHF individual mortgage loans to officers and men of the Nigerian Police Force for the acquisition of houses in estates developed by the Nigerian Police across several states of the Federation, including Abuja, Lagos, Kaduna, Katsina, Enugu, Benin, Yola, and others, to the tune of 3.3 billion naira for 944 men and women from the Nigerian Police Force. In addition, we have granted cooperative housing development loan amounting to 4.74 billion naira to the Nigerian Police Force Multipurpose Cooperative, out of which over 2.5 billion naira has been disbursed.
In his response, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Adeolu Egbetakun, appreciated the visit, acknowledging FMBN's role in expanding access to affordable housing finance. He reaffirmed the commitment of the police force in sustaining the partnership.
We appreciate what you are doing. I want to assure you of our commitment to supporting all initiatives that will improve the welfare of our officers. Welfare and security are closely linked, and we in Nigerian Police, we believe that institutional partnership like the one the Nigerian Police is having with the Federal Mortgage Bank is very crucial, and it contributes significantly to national development.
To provide affordable housing finance to Nigerian workers.
Our focus is on ensuring the financial sustainability of this bank.
Been developing other products in order to reach the masses.
Strategic partnership is at the core of our business.
We have touched over 14 million lives.
Opening or trying new frontiers that still...
Every Nigerian deserves a home, and we will keep striving.
We are very strategic in the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President.
FMBN, everyone deserves a home.
Thanks for staying with us. While operating within its core mandates, the FMBN manages National Housing Fund, provide affordable mortgage financing and promote housing development, all with a view to expand access to home ownership for Nigerians. Let's get to explore how the NHF works and how the bank continues to remain committed to affordable housing solutions through its low-interest mortgage products.
Access to affordable housing remains one of the most pressing needs for many Nigerians. In response, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN) is implementing initiatives and policies to make home ownership a reality for low and middle-income earners across the country. One of the key priorities is the management of the National Housing Fund (NHF). The National Housing Fund was established by the NHF Act 3 of 1992. The Act empowers the FMBN to manage and administer the fund. Section 7, subsection 1 of the NHF Act explicitly states that the fund shall be managed and administered by the bank, defined in the Act as the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria.
The fund is actually a contributory fund. It's a savings scheme for the purpose of, home ownership, right? So the fund is what I oversee as a group head of NHF within the Federal Mortgage Bank. When I say contributory fund, of course, you need to take into cognizance that the fund has its own legal, status. It's a creation of the Act of the Parliament that mandates that every Nigerian worker, has to make a 2.5 contribution, out of his income on monthly basis to the fund.
For over 2 decades since its establishment, the FMBN has increased home ownership in Nigeria through its range of products that are available to contributors to the National Housing Fund scheme, making measurable impact across the country.
When we are talking of accessibility, one of the most important things that increases accessibility is options. When you have options, which means you can easily, if you don't want this, you go for this and that. So people will have access to different kind of mortgage financing. So this product that I mentioned, because of the various options we have, when you want to purchase the house, you have a product for it. When you want to construct by yourself, there's a product for it. When you want to renovate your house, there's a product for it. When you want to, you just see a house, you want to enter, like the ones that we built, you want to be paying rent, you pay the rent till you finish, it becomes yours. And then if you are a cooperative, so because of these various options, it gives people accessibility. So it actually helps to give more access to home ownership for Nigerians.
To address evolving market realities, the bank continues to introduce innovative products designed to ensure accessibility, affordability, and sustainability.
When this management came, they feel that, well, there are a lot of Nigerians that want to access mortgage finance, but because of their peculiarity, they are unable to do that. So because of that, what this management did is to look at this peculiar set, group of Nigerians and say, okay, what can we do to address their own plight? So what this management did was to create very innovative products that are tailored to certain group of Nigerians that before now are not accessing mortgages.
FMBN new products include rent assistance loan, access up to 2 million naira for annual rent, payable over 10 months, non-interest mortgage loan, providing Sharia-compliant financing under rent-to-own model, diaspora NHF mortgage up to 50 million naira for Nigerians abroad, 9% interest, payable over 10 years. Home improvement loan. Affordability remains key as these loan products are offered at low interest rate with repayment period of up to 30 years depending on your years in service or years of age.
It comes at single digit interest rate, and that's the beauty of loans from Federal Mortgage Bank through the NHF. There's a whole lot of affordability around it. When you look at the rates compared to what the real market is giving in terms of lending or interest component of lending. So FMBN has what other lending institutions that are related to housing and mortgage cannot really boast of, and we've done quite a lot within that space.
Even with its mission to make home ownership more affordable, FMBN maintains strict oversight on loan disbursement and project execution after each loan is approved and funds disbursed. Projects are monitored.
Yeah, project monitoring is very key because, if I give out money running in millions, I'd like to know whether those funds are being appropriately used and applied. So, one of the reasons why in FMBN we take project monitoring seriously is to ensure that 1, funds given out have been properly utilized. 2, the projects are in line with the agreed terms.
Aside access to home ownership, one other advantage of NHF contributions over time is that contributors who retire or disengage from active service can look forward to receiving their NHF refund with interest.
The bank has an obligation to refund to the contributors what they have contributed with interest, during the time they would have retired from service. So we've seen a lot of impacts around that space. We've seen individuals that, you know what it means to get retired from service, especially those who are not prepared. But retirement is something that must happen at some point in your working career. Then when they come to the bank, and we're able to compute what they have contributed over time and refund them back, you see a whole lot of relief, see a whole lot of fulfillment.
In all these, the FMBN remains committed to expanding mortgage initiatives through the National Housing Fund, further concretizing the NHF as the driving force in accessing affordable home ownership.
As our slogan says, every Nigerian deserves a home. And what I would tell Nigerians is that FMBN is doing all it can to make sure that it makes housing ownership very easy, very accessible, and very affordable. What we intend to do is we continuously intend to produce more innovative products for Nigerians that will make it easier for them to access mortgage loans and make it very easy for them to own houses, thereby decreasing the housing deficit in the country. So my other message to Nigerians is that let them keep the faith with Federal Mortgage Bank. Let them continue to contribute, because it's only through their contribution that this whole program can continue. And then my message also to those people that are not contributors is that this process is working. If you are not a contributor today, you are not late. Go to any of our branches, go and register. Whether you are in a formal structured employment or not, whether you are a artisan, you are on your own, it's still not late. You go to any of our branches, go and get registered, start contributing, so that you will not be left out in this whole thing.
Welcome back. Everyone truly deserves a home. Let's take a look at the home ownership journey of a beneficiary of the NHF scheme as he shares his story. Sit back and be inspired. You may just be the next FMBN success story.
A contributor to the NHF.
I find that it's working.
It's something fantastic. It's great.
It's very easy to access.
It's flexible.
I call myself a landlord.
I'm a happy homeowner.
It's a dream come true.
On the click of your button, you can access our facilities.
Dr. Ajadi Taufik Abiodun is a radiologist with the Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta. He is a proud homeowner of a 3-bedroom house. His journey began after a friend introduced him to the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria while he was struggling with constant landlord issues.
I was a bit overwhelmed with some of these landlords' money, wages and all these other things that they are charging me. So it was then I discussed with a friend of mine that had been in the town for more than 10 or 15 years. I wanted to buy a piece of land then so that I can develop something I would be staying. So it was one that now informed me that time that there is possibility of getting a mortgage house from the federal government. And so that's how we went to the office in Abeokuta then. It was the old, I've forgotten the name of the place. So I think it's okay something. So when we got there, we were told to fill the form and so submit our documents. And after some time, I think it's not up to 2 or 3 months then we were called back that the house is ready. So it was very smooth, honestly, that time. So, and that's how I came here. It was really a smooth journey.
He described the process of obtaining his house as smooth and stress-free, beyond his expectation.
It was very smooth, never cumbersome. I didn't even expect it. Because initially I was just thinking of just getting out of this order of the landlord and other this agent in Abeokuta. But when he told me and you got there, within a short period of time, I don't know 1 or 2 months before I noticed, we were called that we can come to this estate and choose where we want to stay. And that's how I got here. So it was very smooth for me.
He shared how home ownership relieved him from the burden of rent and has given him comfort and peace of mind.
It's absolutely great because thinking that a landlord will come and harass me has been taken from me for years, because honestly, if somebody has experienced it here before, one will understand what I'm saying. Because like when I came here, it's not even up to the time that you pay that the landlord will send messages to you, then the agent will come around. But since that time, it has been smooth for me, and I've been enjoying the environment and even the security. So it has been absolutely nice for me, and I really enjoy the place.
Dr. Ajadi encourages Nigerians, regardless of their working status, to take advantage of the mortgage options available through FMBN, calling it the simplest and most accessible path of owning a house.
My advice for them is that they should not doubt it, because like presently I'm enjoying it, and the payment is very easy. So once you are doing your job and you are getting your money, once you have your and the payment, online payment, make it easy. So one there's somebody who's not doubt it. It's very, very easy to do, and there is no any problem at all. And I will advise people that, especially those of us that are salary earners or people that are working with some private organization, and they should buy into the idea, because it make life easy for you. It gives rooms to plan your monthly salary, because you know that, oh, this is what I'm living for my mortgage. Then you can plan on all that thing to do. So it's one of the easiest way to do things, where you don't unnecessarily burden yourself with problem in repaying the loan back.
Apart from workers' contribution, where else does the FMBN get funds to finance its activities?
There are other contributions that are making hay into the bank, and that is our capital base, even small as it is, because some other prominent stakeholders have not paid, but that's a contribution towards our business. Any commercial bank, they're supposed to contribute 10% annual, 10% of their gross earning to the bank, so that we can make houses affordable to the citizenry. Similarly, insurance companies, they are supposed to contribute 40% of their life cover or income to this Federal Mortgage Bank NHF loan, so that we augment all these things. Again, also the law has given us the privy to borrow funds at a very cheap, sustainable and affordable level, up to the international, that means outside the shores of Nigeria, that we can bring and use for the production of affordable houses and also affordable mortgages.
That's all we have on this episode of the program. Everyone deserves a home. Keep a date with us again next week, same time on this same station, for another exciting episode. For more information, visit www.fmbn.gov.ng or walk into any of our branch offices nationwide. You can also keep track of your NHF contributions by dialing *219# or visit ibank.fmbn.gov.ng to register. Until then, do have a good night.